Okay, this is kind of relating to the last one. YouTube will be my job forever.
Well, you just mentioned. Well, actually, we should put our answers down first.
Yeah.
I forgot we have to put answers down.
Let's put our answers down.
Let's put our
first.
answers down.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you guys will say because I think you guys already know my answer. All right, we're written down.
3,
3, 2, 1.
Disagree.
Oh, you said strong.
Strong
wow.
disagree.
I
Wow.
thought you would have gone the other side.
No.
Considering how much
Strong
you're addicted to
disagree.
making content.
Yeah.
I love making content, but I think that like, I mean, I don't know the range upon which I want to do this for.
Sure.
Right? Because like,
I don't think anyone does.
no, I don't know. Like, right? Like, I feel like I've been doing this a long time, and when so you're 6 years older than me, right?
Yeah.
So when I reach your age, I'll have been doing this for like 15, 16 years.
As long as I have been doing it.
Yeah. Which is a long time.
Which is how long
right?
I've been doing
long
it.
time, right? And I don't know how I'm going to feel when I get to that age or when I get to 20 years of doing it or 25 years of doing
I mean,
it.
I'm
Yeah.
approaching 11 years. So,
But
it's definitely changed.
What I do know is that I love doing this and I love talking about it and I love helping other people do it as well. So I think, you know, and I could see myself when I'm like 40, whatever. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm packing it up now. I want to help someone else who is very aspiring or who's great fucking potential and just help them out more.
Would the answer change if, you know, YouTube will be my job forever? YouTube doesn't necessarily mean YouTuber.
You mean
what
like-
about the industry of like YouTube?
Yeah, I think I'll be in the industry. I think
Yeah.
I like entertainment.
So
too
you'll
much.
be in a YouTube adjacent job.
Yeah. If that
Or
was the
content
one,
creator adjacent
Yeah,
job.
if that was
be
the
it
one.
production or like
You're right.
I think
support,
the
like,
amount
yeah.
of I don't think the online space and the online entertainment industry is going anywhere. And the amount of
100%,
experience
100%.
that we've accumulated over the past years is, I think, invaluable. Actually,
Write a book
very
about it.
valuable. So if it was just generally being in the YouTube space and YouTube sphere, I think I would I think I would agree. I think
Yeah.
YouTube will be my job for a very, very long time. What the fuck am I gonna do? Am I gonna go back into engineering?
Go back to the BBC.
Yeah,
just like,
go back to the
knock, knock.
BBC. Hello.
Remember me?
Well, ultimately, what do we have years of experience in? Like content, YouTube, and navigating all of that. And
Yeah.
so I think that like I think that's something that I would be. I also I almost look forward to. Like I look forward to when I can kind of be like help focus on someone else and have their.
So would it be-
I actually have
kinda pumped.
I actually get more excited helping someone else
Yeah.
than actually doing like my own shit.
Yeah.
Like whenever
Say it's a little off, bro.
like whenever I give Sydney advice on her channel and I'm like, Sydney, you should do this video, and then it blows up, I'm like, yes,
I'm the GOAT.
yes,
That's why he's the GOAT!
I'm so proud of me and you, Sydney. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be in the YouTube sphere for a very, very long time.
Yeah, totally.
Fair enough.
Even once I settle down and shit like that.
Yes, totally.
So you ain't seen the last of me, even if it's
I like making things too much and being
Yeah.
a part of things.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, that was interesting. I thought we would have had very different
You don't think you will be,
perspectives.
Joey? You're gonna
I think I will. But the thing is, like, I like doing so many different things.
Yeah.
That like is not just like YouTube related.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, with the clothing stuff, like, yeah, sure, it's a completely different industry, but at the same time, you know, we use a lot of like social media and stuff like that to promote the brand, and that's a skill that I acquired through doing YouTube and just being a content creator online.
Yeah.
So I think like it might not necessarily be exactly like YouTube adjacent, but I definitely will be in a job
Using your
that
skills.
uses the skills that I learned being a YouTuber for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it might get to the point where like I'm managing, you know, next generation of YouTubers. Who the fuck knows? But like, or might be in like a content producer role or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think eventually I'm gonna
do you
get to
ever
the
give
point.
your kids YouTube advice?
Fuck no. I'm not letting my kid be a YouTuber. Are you kidding me? Hell
you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I would prefer them not be YouTubers.
Yeah.
I would prefer that. I'd rather than be an engineer at the BBC. I'm like, oh, thank God. At least one of us turned out okay. Jesus. Why? Would you let your kid be a YouTuber?
Depends on the age.
Okay,
Yeah.
if they came up to you at the okay, they just graduated high school,
Yeah.
right, and they're about to enter college,
Yeah.
and then they went, Dad, I want to do what you did in college, and I want to start a YouTube channel.
I'd be like, show me your stats. Give me
I
those
honestly-
analytics, baby.
I think like if my kid really wanted to start making YouTube videos, I think I'd help him out.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd try and like I'd help him in a way that is like not. I wouldn't do it for him. I'd be like, "What do you want to do? Like, let's try." I'd support him because I think that ultimately, like, having those skills of making stuff or being able to use software, having to deal with the recording software, having to face those challenges early on is pretty a good thing.
Yeah.
That kind of skills are useful. So I think I'd be supportive, but I'm almost thankful that I know this stuff because I'd be like, all right, I can make sure you're not posting cringe, or that you're not posting anything that's
Your first video is going to be a banger thanks to your dad.
or like not posting anything bad about yourself. You know, I think that like
I'll be supportive.
Yeah.
I'll change my channel name to Big Guck, and then they can be Lil Guck.
that sounds too close to big cock.
Yeah, little cock.
Little cock and big cock.
Lil Gawk also just sounds like a really shit SoundCloud rapper.
Little gug on the mic.
Hey, yo, we got a new single from Lil Gawk.
All right. Let's move on to the next question.
All right, let's check out the next one.
I am happy with how I look.
Rather a deep question. All right, so think, shall we?
All right.
What would Miyazaki write? That's what I'm going to write. Give me a cigarette.
He would say, I haven't looked at a mirror in 4 years.
I let my art speak for itself.
Yeah. My art is my looks.
Strongly agree. Thank you very much.
All right, we all ready to answer?
All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Neutral.
Agree. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with how I look.
I'm pretty happy. I'm more concerned with maintaining than, this hair.
Yeah.
Trying to keep my skin young. I'm more concerned with just keeping the status quo than trying to improve necessarily.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy
Which
with
is
how
a pretty
I look.
daunting task.
Which is tough because when you
gravity
eat,
always wins.
When you eat and drink like I do, you gotta. It's a little bit of a challenge.
I'll ask you in 6 years, Connor, when you're my age.
Yeah.
It's not fair. You have Asian genes, okay? I'm handicapped.
Yeah,
right?
Connor's aging at the speed of light.
Okay, all right. A little too real there, Jerry. But I think
That's all right. That's half of me. So.
Generally, I'm happy with how I look, but I also can. I mean, it's such a loaded thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, it's kind of like asking the question, what do you rate yourself out of 10 right now?
I think I might.
That's not 8 out of 10.
No, like I'm not concerned with how other people perceive me.
Yeah.
Right. It's more about self-satisfaction.
Yeah, like I feel like I like, when I see my face, I'm like, that's all right. Not bad.
Yeah.
I am content with how I look.
Yeah.
Problem is, I think I've always been content with how I look. That's the issue.
Yeah.
That's been the issue my entire life, where I've been content with how I looked, and I could do more to improve.
I could mew more.
I could mew more. My hair is like really long right now because I have just been really lazy to get a haircut for the past 3 months.
That's not long, bro. Not long.
That's quite long for him.
This is so long for me.
I had Jesus hair. Don't talk to me.
Bro.
Yours is very short
That was
for
long.
you.
Bro,
Yeah.
I could go like full
This
hentai.
is long for me,
I
too.
can go full like hentai protagonist look if I didn't like gel this up. 'Cause
Oh
it's
my
like,
God, that's-
it's like goes like it's
I'm
like
telling you,
Next
That's-
episode.
that's-
Next
that's how
episode,
you know.
you need to do that.
That's-
That's the vibe, bro.
this like goes
The
a bit
emo look's coming back.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm also a married man, and the only person I want to look better for is Sydney.
Aw.
Yeah.
And if I feel like I'm getting if I feel like I want to improve my looks, it's because I want to give something to my girl, man. I want to make my girl excited again, man. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you better stop mewing.
I'm a mute just for
Gone
you,
to the gym,
Sydney.
On the
No,
mic.
I mean, I sympathize greatly with people who, I think even if you're attractive or not, but that feel like they're not, because that is just always the hardest thing to ever. It's easy to everyone else to think that you look good or look okay, but it's impossible to convince yourself if you really don't feel like you are.
Yeah.
And it is tough, and the extents people go to sometimes to chase that to looking better feeling is scary. Only exaggerated, obviously, by social media. Yada yada yada. You all know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Do you think
On social media, everyone is ugly, according to everyone. So,
Bro, I mean, like, when I open Instagram, I'm like, wow, everyone is a fucking 10. It's like, Well, it's like some people.
Yeah,
like,
but then you go to the comment section, and there's a bunch of just like salty guys and girls just being like, she's not even that hot.
yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, well, that's just your.
Well, there's
prerogative.
that one subreddit where they rate people and they're like, you're a 6, and it's like the most beautiful woman ever, and they explain why, and it's like, what the heck?
That's just sad.
I did not know that existed, but I'm
But
not
I'm
surprised.
not
that
surprised,
exists. But
yeah.
I'm not surprised that exists.
Yeah.
It's a tough one because I think that we obviously we're very. It's also I think that well, I don't know. We fucking watch anime, so I think
Speak for
we're chilling.
yourself.
We're chilling.
Yeah, but
True.
how important do you think looks are?
I think it doesn't
Depends
matter.
on the context, I
Doesn't
feel.
matter how important you think they are. I think unfortunately they are very important.
They are important. They are.
Yeah,
they're
it depends
very
on the
important.
context. Like, I think, it depends what kind of relationship you want to pursue with that person, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people online, especially as a result of like social media, that like a lot of people look at a guy or a girl and think like, oh yeah, wow, they're so fucking hot. I don't care what their personality is like. I'm sure they'd be great to hang out with. But then you ask people, 20, 30 years ago, and a lot of people are just like, I just like, their personality. I value their personality. Sure, looks is important, but for me, it's just the cherry on top. And
I don't know, because I think we all have the privilege of just not being ugly.
Out of context, man.
we have the
Please,
privilege of not being ugly.
Look, I am not the best looking guy in the world, right? But I feel lucky that I am just like my looks are not super bad. It's like it's possible.
Okay.
It is
So-
possible.
Come on, man, give yourself a little more credit.
Because I think hearing hearing of some experiences where subconsciously people do treat you better if you are good looking, if you're better looking. You have an easier
It's a sad
time.
reality we
It is
live
a sad reality,
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what were
isn't
you
it
gonna
like
say?
as well, like people, if you're overweight, there's like a lot of studies done that you just get treated worse at the workplace, or you're less likely to be promoted
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
someone who isn't overweight.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors, but obviously that's a bit, it's a bit different to looks, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, I think same thing can be said though. Like, I think maybe people. Well, I mean, I don't have any anecdotal evidence for this,
Yeah.
but
Here, go on.
sure it's the same with looks, right?
I'm pretty
You
sure.
might get treated better because you're
being
better
overweight or in shape is an extension of looks,
Yeah.
right? Because if you're
Yeah,
ripped
yeah.
and you're, then you could be like average, but you could be very, very attractive to some people.
Yeah.
But, okay, Garner, you said an interesting thing. You were like, thankfully, we're not ugly. What do you do with this question then if you are ugly?
Huh?
Okay, what if we're alternative time like Garner's an ugly motherfucker?
Yeah.
What do you do with this question?
What do I do with this question?
Well, yeah. See,
Well, okay.
we live in a world where unfortunately some people are conventionally unattractive, and some
Yes.
people
Yeah.
are conventionally beautiful.
Yeah.
I have no lived experience or no way to answer this question. Like, I genuinely don't think I could offer anything.
Well, I think first step is you take what you're given with your genes.
True.
We all played the gene lottery, and some people got off better than others. But I think there is a baseline to just. There's a difference between being ugly and looking like you don't take care of yourself.
Yes, I agree with that.
There is definitely a baseline where someone who is not, might not be conventionally attractive, but you could still tell they take pride in their looks, their style.
That's true.
They they take pride in their appearance, and I think
Yeah.
I think that is a much more bigger factor than. In my eyes, than the gene lottery.
Yeah,
I agree with
I
that.
you
I
know,
agree
like
with
if you had asked me this question 5-10 years ago, I probably would have said disagree because I did not care about how I looked. I did not care about how I dressed or how I,
Because
my
when you're younger,
hair or
you feel like
whatever, right?
You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, but like as I've grown older and I've started to have more confidence in myself and experimented more with like how I look and how I want to be perceived and how I want to feel about myself, I've gotten happier about it because now I feel like I'm like truly me. Whereas like before I was kind of just like I have this like I have this gift that I was given with the fucking gene lottery, but I don't know how to use it and it's just kind of wasting away and I didn't feel good about that about myself. So yeah, it's I think it also depends on like what stage of your life you're in as well with this question. So it's tough.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty happy with how I look now.
Also, I think it's a difference. It's a massive difference between being a guy and being a girl. with this
Oh,
question
dude,
as
yeah,
well.
totally.
I don't know if I've met a single girl that would look at this question or look at this statement and answer. I agree.
I don't think they'll go higher than neutral.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's either strongly disagree or disagree.
I don't know if I know a single girl who would look at this and go higher than neutral.
Yeah.
Which
I think it's a coin toss. It's
yeah.
like some days.
yeah. Depends
Some
on the
days
day,
I'm
right?
like, I'm a bad bitch. And
Yeah,
then some
yeah,
days
yeah.
I'm just like, I want to die. So come on, ladies, have a little more respect for yourself. You are pretty. Don't worry.